I think we finished up with this problem here yesterday, yes? 24, okay. I couldn't remember where we got to.
We're on 22. Yeah. Oh, we are.
You're on 24.
Because I couldn't remember if we finished 24. Okay.
Yeah.
So do we feel comfortable with finding this here?
Yes.
Okay. 25 is just like it, so we're going to look at 27. Now, for any of these here, yes. I want to look at 27. Oh, yeah, incidentally, there's not a 26. Yeah. I think the answer key has, number 26 as does not exist. But with, yeah. There are some where there are missing problems, but most of the time, most don't notice. They'll skip 13. 13 is an unlucky number.
Is that seriously why they skip it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is it like religiously unlucky number?
Or is it
No, it's just one of those that's considered unlucky.
Wait, so like, why do we follow that superstition and not like black cats? We don't follow the superstition of black cats.
I mean, you're not supposed to cross a black cat's path.
What does that mean?
Walk. So if they walk in front of you, you're not supposed to technically cross the path they've traveled because it's bad luck.
Oh, I thought it was like, I thought you meant like we're not supposed to betray them.
No. You're not supposed to walk under a ladder, but that's just good rule.
What does that mean? Walk under a ladder.
It's bad luck to walk under a ladder. Yeah. So a ladder,
Yeah.
it's bad luck to walk under it.
Yeah.
How are you confused?
No, because
No.
I thought, here's what I was thinking. Next year.
Well, it's not even anything with the ladder or anything falling. So Taylor, no, it's literally just it's bad luck to walk under it.
No, I was thinking like the ladders that you like walk under at the playground.
No, like an
thinking the-
actual.
It's bad luck to do this. It's bad luck to do this.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unlucky to open an umbrella inside. A horseshoe, if you hang it up in your house, it's supposed to open up, not open down.
Why?
It's supposed to catch good luck and contain it. If you hang it upside down, you're dumping the good luck out.
Where did we even get that?
No idea.
Someone made him up. Maybe like something bad happened to someone after they did that.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's what happens when.
All right, let's look at this here. Now, they give us vertex and focus. We need to find the values of h, k, and p in the general form. But the vertex is the point, h comma k. So our h value is, k value is. Now we need to find two more things. We need to, one, find the value of p and find the general form. So looking from vertex to focus, which value changes? K, our y value. So the k value changed. We added something to it. So that'd be our k plus p. And the h value would be the same, yes. So the general form would be y equals 1 over 4p times x minus h squared plus k. Because our h comma k plus p matches up to the general form of this one here. So we can look at the general form on our reference sheet and see which one has a focus of h comma k plus p, and that's the one we use. Now it also told us that h plus p is negative 10. The value of h, or not h, k plus p.
Oh, k plus p. So negative 4 plus p.
Yes. Questions on how we found h, k, and p? Now the last thing we need to do is plug it in. So we have 1 over 4 times p, which is our negative 6, times x minus h, h is negative 6, plus our k, which is negative 4. Now at this point here, we can plug in 1 over 4 times negative 6 into the calculator. And we get negative 1/24. Our x minus negative 6 is the same as x minus 4. And we get this here. Any questions on any of this here? Because here we're just using the vertex and focus to find h, k, and p, plug it back into the general form, and we have our answer. Questions on any of this here? 28 through 33, find the quadratic equation from the given information. Now this is a little bit different than what we just did, because one, they gave us the vertex, yes? But what did they also give us? Point it passes through a point on the parabola, yes? For the last equations, we had the vertex and the directrix, or the vertex and the focus. They didn't give us either one. So here we're just talking about vertex form. So y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. Which really on our reference sheet is the middle set of equations. It's not written out in this specific way, that it's a point, vertex, and a point it passes through, but we're still using this form, this vertex form. Now the vertex is the point h comma, so we're saying y is equal to a times x minus negative 6 squared plus negative 12. Well, our negative makes a plus, yes. Our plus and negative, we can just write as minus 12. So what's the only thing that we're missing in this equation? The value of a, yes? So even if we didn't find a, we left this as the final answer on the test, well, you will get 3/4. You get 1 point for doing it, 1 point for the correct h, 1 point for the correct k. You just lose a point for not having a. But to find a, we're going to use the point 0, negative 24. Because what's that saying is when we plug in 0 for x and simplify that side with the correct value of a, we will get a y value of negative 24. So the way we use this is we replace y with its value, negative 24, is equal to a times x plus 6 squared minus 12. Well, our 0 plus 6 is just 6. Now 6 squared times a, well 6 squared is 36, and then when we multiply it with a, we get 36a minus 12. Now to get the a by itself, we would
Well, first we have to add.
yes, I know what you mean. We would add 12 to both sides, telling us that 36a is equal to negative 12. Yes. Now the next thing we would do is divide both sides by 36. Telling us a is negative 1/3. Now in most equations, I don't mind you putting a decimal, but negative 1/3 as a decimal is what? Negative 0.3 repeating. Whenever we have these repeated numbers, go on and put them as a fraction instead of a decimal. If it ended up as 0.25, that's fine. Putting it in as a decimal, but this one here we would put it in as a fraction. Because negative 1/3 does contain the entire number, the entire decimal of that there. Negative 0.3 going on does not. We need the whole decimal number. Question on this here. Any other questions on number 28? For finding the equation given the vertex and a point. Do we feel comfortable finding the vertex? Or finding the equation given the vertex and a point? Yes? Okay. Because 29 is the exact same thing. 30 is a little bit different. 30 we're given what? X-intercepts and a point, yes? So what form would we use? X-intercept form, which is our y equals a times x minus p times x minus q. Where p and q are our x-intercepts. Now there's two ways we can be given the x-intercepts. One is it just says the x-intercepts are negative 16 and negative 2. The other is we can be given them as a point, negative 16 comma 0 and negative 2 comma 0, where the x values are the x-intercepts, and the y value of the x-intercepts will always be 0. We can plug in these values. Now, our negative negative in both cases would make a plus, make both positive. But again, just like the last one, what we're missing is the value of a. Once we find it, we will have the entire equation. And to find the value of a, just like the last one, we'll plug in 72 and negative 18. We'll plug 72 in for y, and negative 18 for x. Now we can simplify what's inside the parentheses. Negative 18 plus 16 is negative 2. Negative 18 plus 2 is negative 16. Now we can multiply these together. Negative 16 times negative 2 is multiplied by a is. Last thing we need to do is yes. Now 2.25 is a nice decimal. So we could write it as 2.25 or 9/4. Because 2.25 has a definite end, it's a little bit nicer to write. Questions on this here? Camel cricket. Any questions on any other part of this review sheet?
Oh, this is the last one.
Because 32, 33, all the rest of them are the same thing. They're just more vertex and x-intercept. And incidentally, 34 through 37 did not make it on the test. I do not remember, but it is less than 37. Questions on any of this here?